Of the great trucks of American pride, there are, of course, standout performers, like the GMC, Chevy, and the renowned Ford. When the engine revs and the lights turn green, how do they match against one another? How do their large SUVs compare in terms of power, off-road ability, towing capacity, and the perks that make this a perfect standoff? There's only one way to find out. But don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe to our channel for more auto updates and fun facts about your favorite cars. Now, let's go! Pickups: Chevy versus Ford. In comparing different brands of great trucks as these, there are a number of things we have to keep in mind. First off, we compare what we want to what these rigs offer. What we want is a full-size pickup that is tough, durable, competent, and powerful, right? So in a truck, we look out for performance, effectiveness, towing, payload, off-road action, safety, interior features, and technology. Then we compare the value each brings to the track. But not to worry, these are some of the top rigs in the world, so you can bet on them. One has to be better than the other. Which will it be? Introducing the heavyweight champions, the 2022 Ford F-150 and the 2022 GMC Sierra 1500. Both trucks offer a wide variety of available engines, but the maximum engine output of the F-150 is higher, with 450 horsepower and 570 pound-feet of torque. This edges out the Sierra 1500 by a tiny margin, with the Chevy racking up a maximum 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. Ford may also introduce an upgraded F-150 Raptor R model with improved engine specs. The Sierra 1500 gets up to 23 miles per gallon in the city and 30 miles per gallon on the highway, compared to the Ford F-150 up to 25 city and 26 highway miles per gallon. Thanks to the brand new Lightning model, the F-150 is the sole car with an electric alternative. The F-150's rating is estimated to be at 85 mpge. So in terms of brute power, the Ford F-150 outperforms the GMC Sierra 1500. But when it comes to efficiency, the Sierra 1500 returns the punch. Chevy won, Ford won. Let's see how much these pickups can tow with all that horsepower. The Sierra 1500 can tow 13,200 pounds, whereas the F-150 can haul a maximum of 14,000 pounds with the towing package. Do you need a huge pickup bed? The F-150 can carry payloads weighing between a crushing 1,745 pounds and 3,325 pounds. Now that's true grit right there. The cargo capacity of the Sierra 1500 comes short in this category, as it ranges from 1,570 to 2,280 pounds. So when it comes to how much payload the rig can withstand, the F-150 beats the Sierra 1500 hands down. The F-150 still gets the better of the Chevy in towing capacity. So Chevy won, Ford 3. But when it comes to off-road gritty action, the Sierra 1500 makes a stunning entry with the brand new AT4X off-road option. But the Ford F-150 comes in an unsung version. We call it the Raptor. The Raptor is unrivaled in its off-road performance. With its powerful twin-turbo engine, enormous 37-inch tires, high ground clearance, and robust rear coil spring suspension, the F-150 Raptor can handle any terrain. Just bring it on! The driver assistance features in the F-150 and Sierra 1500 are many, and of course, they increase safety. Included features include automated emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, automatic high beams, and blind spot monitoring. The F-150, however, has a reverse guiding system for backing up a trailer, unlike the Sierra 1500. Interior features and technologies in the F-150 and the Sierra 1500 are nothing short of spectacular. The F-150 and Sierra 1500 share similar interior features and technology. Informational system, a cluster of digital displays, a wireless charger for smartphones, internet hotspots, and Android Auto and Apple CarPlay support for smartphones. Among the spectacular features are heated and ventilated front seats, which you can also find in the SUVs. SUV: Chevy versus Ford. Although Chevy and Ford both have a reputation for their trucks, they also have a wide selection of strong SUVs. Each of these automakers is aware of what it takes to satisfy people looking for a new SUV, from tiny models to full-size SUVs with a roomy third row. Swap out the pickups and prepare for the new round: titanium Ford EcoSport and the Chevy Equinox. But which of these two brands makes the better SUV? Well, let's find out. Titanium 2020 Ford EcoSport stands out in the SUV lineup from Ford. Ford made the daring choice a few years ago to shift its attention away from sedans and toward its lineup of trucks and SUVs. In spite of the fact that many people question that decision, it's safe to say that the automaker made the right choice. Ford is bound to offer an SUV that's able to satisfy all of your daily driving needs. Whether you need an SUV that's driven by performance or one that can fulfill the needs of a growing family, Ford has got you covered. The Ford F-150 has been ranked number 1 for the third consecutive year for a good reason. Check out our video on the evolution of Ford F-150 for an extensive view on the quality of America's number 1 pickup truck. But much like Ford, Chevy offers a broad selection of SUVs. Starting this year's lineup is the Chevy Trailblazer, followed by the Trax, Equinox, Blazer, Traverse, Tahoe, and Suburban. Similar to Ford, Chevy has multiple award-winning SUVs in its lineup too. J.D. Power recognizes the 2020 Equinox as the most dependable compact SUV for 3 years running. Parents Magazine also awarded it as one of the best family cars of 2020. The magazine gave it the Best Car for Teen Drivers 2020 award too. J.D. Power also recognized the 2020 Blazer as a performance award winner as well. What about when it comes to the full-size Chevy Tahoe? J.D. Power deemed it most dependable large SUV. The Tahoe isn't just a reliable rig, it's also the lowest cost to own among the full-size SUV segment, according to Kelley Blue Book. But how do these two brands compare? When it comes to cost, Ford and Chevy are very similar. Ford's baseline SUV, the 2020 EcoSport, is sold for a base price of $19,995, while Chevy's lowest priced model is the all-new Trailblazer that begins at $19,000. For a top-of-the-line SUV from either brand, you can't expect to pay at least $50,000. And no cent of those bucks are put to waste. Of course, you're going to want to spend that hard-earned money of yours on an SUV from a reliable brand, and that's exactly what you get. You can call yourself lucky because Consumer Reports and its car brand reliability rankings are more than able to help. In Consumer Reports this year, Chevy landed itself ranking as the 25th most reliable car brand, while Ford made it up to the 16th position. As for their safety, both the Ford Edge and the new Escape have been acknowledged as the top safety pick by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, and the 2020 Explorer was considered a top safety pick too. But as for Chevy, the IIHS recognized only the 2020 Equinox as a top safety pick. Now, should you buy a Ford SUV? Or is Chevy the brand to go along with? Making this decision of picking between these two brands could be quite tricky. In spite of the fact that both automakers offer plenty of SUV models to choose from, it's important to note that Ford ranks higher when it comes to reliability. In the end, choosing between these two brands will take getting behind the wheel and hitting the road for a few test drives, so that exactly what you want matches what you get. So, from the F-150 to the 2020 EcoSport, Ford flaunts its superiority over the Chevy choice models, perfectly attuned to the demands of the American public. That's why it's the car for the American family. Not that the Chevy isn't without its perks, though. It's only when you've been behind the wheel that you'll know what its handling feels like: smooth and sublime. The fuel economy of the Sierra 1500 gives it an edge over the gas-guzzling Ford F-150. So next time you're in your local car dealership and the salesman tries to get one on you, you now have the specs at hand: Chevy for fuel economy, Ford for power, payload, and towing capacity. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing updates on the world of auto. See you next time, and stay tuned!